Hello, I'm John Richards, Pioneer Field Agronomist in southeastern Michigan. Today I'd like to talk to you about fungicide application timing when it comes to white mold in soybeans. I'm standing in a field today that you can tell is a beautiful stand of soybeans. These have had a great start, a little bit lighter ground, able to handle the heavier rains we experienced this spring. This field is also irrigated, as you can tell from the pivot over there. And this field does have a history of white mold, so this would be definitely a prime candidate to spray with the fungicide to have that management program to get the most ROI possible on soybeans. So what stage was the most bang for the buck per se when it comes to spraying soybeans for white mold? That's what we're going to talk about here in a little bit. So I have two plants I'm holding right now. This one to my left would be at R2. As you can see, there's a fully open blossom on the upper two nodes of a fully open trifoliate. The plant next to it, as you can see on the upper two nodes, there's not a fully open blossom. So overall, this field would probably average somewhere between a R1.5 or R1.75 in terms of crop staging. I'd say this field would be a prime candidate for a one-pass application system with a white mold fungicide. Now, I'm well aware that this field is probably ahead of most beans in Michigan in terms of crop staging, but we did experience the summer solstice here about a week and a half ago, so a lot of beans are probably going to be getting to R1 here pretty close. If you do have a history of white mold, a two-pass program is probably not out of the question. In a two-pass program, you'd probably start at R1 when 50% of the beans have a blossom, and then do your application, then come back 10 to 14 days later with another application. You do want to make sure you're using a product that's labeled for white mold. If you're using something through the Corteva product line portfolio, it would be like Approach or even our new product called Viatude. This particular field I'm in, I would say would be a good candidate for like a one-pass program, being it's getting close to R2. I think that's going to just be a great management practice. The soybean variety that's out in this particular field has a pretty good white mold tolerance. These are 15-inch rows, not too heavy of a population, and adding that fungicide piece, I think is definitely going to help give us a ROI on this soybean crop, because as you can see, we're off to a great start, and making sure we're protecting that to the end is going to put more bushels in our bin. So if you have any questions on when to spray or what to spray when it comes to white mold in your soybeans, please contact your Pioneer representative. Thanks and have a great day.